Hey guys, my name is Naaman Sturb and welcome to the Wakanda Perspective. It's a channel where we aim to discuss some social and cultural issues that us youth face today. And on today's topic, we're talking about none other than beauty and the perception we have about ourselves. Oh, shoot. sorry. Okay guys, so to start the discussion off, I will begin by giving my own perception of beauty and what beauty means to me. So I do believe everybody was created beautiful, at least physically. I do believe that we're all created in God's image, and despite our race, our ethnicity, our gender, we're all uniquely beautiful. We're all uniquely perfect the way God intended us to be. However, the discrepancy comes about when we talk about character and personality. Those are the things that separates total beauty with inside and out from just like physical beauty. So that's what beauty means to me and everything. Now if we're talking about attraction and what beautiful traits I'm attracted to, well, actually it won't be discussed in this video. However, in this era of likes, right swipes, hearts, and comments, it's important to discuss what true beauty is and to uncover what true beauty is. Not just superficial beauty and what society deems or what society expects to be beautiful. Okay, so as a young black man, I do believe it's fitting to stick within my own race and discuss the problems and perceptions that surround black beauty. So I want to highlight two specific areas that I feel is really affect societal perceptions of black beauty. So it's namely the European effect and natural hair. Okay, so when we normally see beauty ads either through posters or like in the stores or on TV, or if you see the societal standards of beauty on social media like Facebook and Instagram and even Snapchat, we see there's like a normalized image, especially when it's surrounding women being like Anglo-Saxon, white, European image, white, blonde hair, blue-eyed woman. And nothing's wrong with that. Obviously, they're appealing to the demographic they're trying to reach. However, it can be detrimental to the other races because that becomes the standard of beauty. Interestingly, Susan L. Bryant pointed out black women are particularly vulnerable to the effects of European standards of beauty because these standards emphasize skin colors and hair types that exclude many black women, especially those of darker skin. Okay, so in this article that Susan L. Bryant wrote, that I'm pointing out here, she found that a few researchers have conducted some research, and they found that the negative image, especially surrounding darker skin tone black women, have permeated the media, have permeated employment, marriage, the family, and even school. Bryant also gives notes to the doll test. This test was done in 1947 by Clark and Clark in Arkansas and Massachusetts. It was conducted around 253 black young children, I think aged 3 to 7, and they were given two dolls, a black doll and a white doll, and they were asked which one was beautiful. And 2/3 of them, interestingly enough, 2/3 of them sided with the white doll, saying that she was better. A smaller research was conducted in 2005 by Carrie Davis, and even though it was only with 21 black children, they were aged 13 to 17 now, and they were given the same two dolls, and they still sided with the white image. Yeah. So with beauty in the school, Brian points out that McCory and Thomas conducted research in 2001 to analyze skin color with social engagement in school, and they found that black adolescent females whose skin color and hair texture was so juxtaposed against the white image, the white young girls, they were in lower social settings, and in these lower social settings they had lower academic achievement and even higher high school dropout rates. Surrounding employment, Brian interestingly points out that darker skinned black women have a harder time finding employment than lighter skinned black women. She says that this is because darker skinned black women are deemed less beautiful and less employment worthy. She also notes that black women who don't meet the European standard of beauty actually have a harder time finding employment than those who actually do. Pretty interesting stuff, yo. So as you can see through Brian's research, the European effect has really did a number on the perception of black beauty and the portrayal of black women. And I think it's so important to talk about this because this shouldn't be the case. Yeah, of course, European women and white women are beautiful. Of course you are. But we're all unique and beautiful in our own way. And even though, I'm just a young guy, a young black man speaking on this, I do believe it should be spoken about more because it has affected every strata of society. Obviously, family, education, work, and we shouldn't be judged by the color of our skin. Obviously, Martin Luther King Jr. said in his I Have a Dream speech that, I have a dream that one day my kids will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. And I think that in schools and in work, in the family, we shouldn't be judged by the color of our skin because it's only one thing. We could have the same blood types, we could have the same access to education, all right? But what really defines us, obviously, as the great Martin Luther King Jr. once said, it's the character. That is what's important. Okay, so shifting topics, let's talk about natural hair and the beauty and perception that surround our hair styles. As you can tell, I'm heavily invested in this topic because your boy got them locks. Actually, interesting enough, a lot of people have asked if these are extensions and like weave extensions. However, as you can tell, I don't know if you can tell by that hair tucking, this is real. This is all real. I've been growing this for like 2 years. I think it's so important to talk about this subtopic under black beauty because I personally seen so many social media posts and YouTube posts about black women who've been suspended from school and got detention in school, like this one.
Discretion is up to the school, and according to the Van Dykes, Vanessa has 1 week to tame her mane following the school's code or she'll be kicked out.
And so I think it's important to discuss this because we need to get to the root of the problem and to educate people that, natural hair is beautiful and it should be socially acceptable. I mean, I understand it should be well kept and presentable, but there shouldn't be any pressures to change your hairstyle like to the European standard or change your hairstyle to, more relaxed or like straight hair, I recently found an article that addresses the cultural acceptance of black natural hair. In this article, Tabora Johnson and Taisha Bankhead, they pointed out a survey that was conducted through Facebook. It was geared towards black women and it explores the measures of hair esteem levels. 529 people responded to the survey and their regions included New York, Canada, Europe, and even the Caribbean. So, for the findings. It was found that at least 96% of the respondents indicated that they at least sometimes wore their hair in the natural state, and overall most women felt in a very or somewhat accepting environment at work or in their homes. However, 1/3 of the respondents indicated they experienced some level of discrimination for wearing their hair in the natural state. And interestingly, all of the respondents indicated that the groups they most often receive negative responses for wearing their hair in the natural state are from family of 43%, strangers at 28%, and friends at 25%. So our families and friends, those closest to us, make up 68% of those who give negative reviews and responses for our natural hair. Honestly, after reviewing these findings, it almost sounds like cultural hegemony. This was a term coined by Antonio Gramsci. He was an Italian Marxist philosopher. And he says that cultural hegemony is a phenomenon in which an oppressed people accepts and even embraces the social norms of the dominant group. And it sounds like this because 68% of those who give negative responses to women who wear their hair in a natural state are those closest to us. So, through this rejection of natural hair and encouraging women to wear straighter, more relaxed hair, they're supporting this cultural hegemony. So, how can we move forward from this? I think the only way to move forward is through acceptance. We can see through black women that they're already moving on. The natural hair movement has garnered traction in North America in 2010. And an ABC article pointed out that hair relaxer sales in North America are down 26% from 2006. Black women are now embracing their natural look and loving their natural hair more. And this is what we should be encouraging. This is what we should be loving and accepting, saying that you're perfect just the way you are. Nothing is wrong with straight hair. Don't get me wrong. If you want to wear straight hair, by all means. But for me, I think just do it with the right reasons. Don't think that you're not beautiful. Don't think that you need to conform to societal norms of acceptance of beauty. You're beautiful just the way you are. I know that sounds cliche, but It is. So that wraps it up for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Can you please leave a like and a comment down below? I would appreciate it so much. And again, until next time, my name is Naaman Strap, and this is the Wakandan Perspective. Thank you guys.